Good morning to everyone and welcome to today's session. Today's session would be on limbs of well-being. Limbs of well-being is a revisit to what all we have done in the month of May and to understand once again what adds to our well-being. We start by expressing our gratitude, our gratefulness to Mother Universe and to anyone and everyone that we are grateful for. So we start by expressing our gratefulness
with folded hands, in silence and with reverence. We show our respect to Mother Universe, Supreme Power, and to everyone we are grateful for. Thank you. Good morning and welcome Sanjay ji, welcome Devashish, welcome Sonali. We start.
Good morning.
Good morning, very good morning. We start with the practice. I'll share the music over here, which would help you to get relaxed. This is one of the good ways of relaxing through music. Just a minute. Yeah. So here you come. I will reduce the volume. I hope all of you can hear it. Yeah. So lengthen your spine, drop your shoulders.
Although the sound is not coming, I think the music is not coming.
Is it coming now?
Not for me.
Sanjay ji?
No, not coming.
Okay. Is it coming?
Now, yes. Now coming.
Devashish? Devashish, are you getting the music? Sanjay, thank you. Sonali, if you can confirm, please. Just show me a thumbs up.
Yeah. Check the volume, please. Reduce the volume.
Reduce it.
Yeah.
Yeah, volume is high.
Is it okay now?
Yeah.
Little. Now it's okay.
Fine. Thank you so much. Thank you. Great. Yeah. I hope it's okay now. It's important for the music to be in the correct volume. Thank you so much. Ask yourself to relax. See that there is no pressure on the west. Take 2 deep breaths. Ask yourself to relax. Relax your head, your ears. Your shoulders. Relax your forehead, top of your eyebrows, your eyes, cheeks, muscles around your jaws, and eyes. Let the relaxation now flow to your chest, hands, fingers. Relax your stomach, abdomen, your waist, thighs, tummy, calf muscle, shin bone. Relax your ankles, knees and toes. Focus on the music. Bring a smile on your face. Relax at the back of your shoulders and let the relaxation flow to the top of your hips, relaxing the muscles of your back, and the muscles around your spine. Feel happy from inside. Smile, wear the smile on it. And scan your body now from head to toe. Just noticing the sensations and if there's any tightness in the body. Wonderful. Now focus on the touch that the hands on your leg, that the hands have on your legs, or the sole of your feet touching the ground, or the shoes or the chappals that you might be wearing. Be aware of that. Focus on that as a feel out micro hit. Wonderful. And as I stop the music, very softly open your eyes. Very gently. Look around your surroundings. Listen to the external sounds that are there. Choose any one sound and be aware of it. Wonderful. Thank you. So we come back to our practice now. The practice, what we will do today, if you all remember, we went through a journey of traveling the external well-being and then moving into the internal well-being. And today we would be summarizing it. Summarizing, we'll be going through the videos wherein, can someone tell me, remember what was the 1st May, the 8th May, I think, what we did as external well-being? Can anyone remember? Sanjay ji, Devashish, Sonali. It was the yoga, right? Desktop yoga. You remember? It was desktop yoga. The next Sunday, I think on 13th of May, it was 14th of May. It was pranayama and the science of breath, and then we had yoga nidra, and today we will be summarizing it, and we will be practicing mindfulness. Patanjali's Ashtanga has 8 parts, when it we call 8 limbs, and 8 limbs are actually the 8 limbs of well-being also. So the first 4 are primarily the external well-beings, wherein we have yama, niyama, asana, and pranayama. Yama is basically, if we remember, are the 5 ethical practices that we do. Niyamas are the self-discipline. Asanas are the yoga practices and the physical practices. Pranayama is breathing, balancing your breath and balancing your mind and body by, the correct focus on the breathing of inhalation and exhalation from the left and right nostril. Basically, it is the balancing of Ira and Pingala. If it is balancing of the Ira and Pingala, the masculine and feminine energy of our body. And then we move into Pratyahara. Pratyahara is when we withdrawal of senses. So Yoga Nidra is one of the ways where we withdraw the senses. And then, so this is, so we have the external, then we have Pratyahara. Now we move into the internal well-being, which is the Dharana, Dhyana, and Samadhi. Dharana is focus, when you are focusing. So Dharana is when you dharana. So when you contain something, when you focus on something. Dhyana is meditation, and Samadhi. Samadhi is absolute, reaching the divinity. So what we will do is, I will share the recordings. I think that would be helping. So first of all, let me move into the sharing of the desktop here. So I hope all of you can see it.
Yes.
The science of breath, and we will talk a little more about that, in the next session. That is how it's going to be. Okay. So I'm sure most of you are, all are working professionals, in various sectors, right? And our job is to, most of the time, sitting in front of a big box, and most of the time, especially during the last 2 years, like we were all working from home, and then very little time to go out and even to do some physical activities, right? And our body is meant to be in motion. If we don't move and give activity to our body, it's going to give trouble to us. Yeah. So we need to make it physically fit. The body fit. You have to make it movement. Movement is action. Whereas the opposite of it, of the mind to fit the mind to be fit, we have to do inaction. You have to relax. They are totally opposite. Okay. So we'll experience that both of them today. Today we will little experience about the body. Maybe in the next session we will experience more about the mind. Just relaxing, letting go. If we do let go to our body, it's going to give trouble to us. But if we keeping engaging in the mind in the activity, it's again going to give trouble to us. So we need to understand this. This is the fundamental thing. So we need some activity for the body and relaxation for the mind. Letting go. Very, very important. And there is another layer of existence in between them, which is the breath. This body and the mind are connected. It's like a bridge. There is the breath. How the breath is going to be, connected to it, how it plays an important role to control our body as well as the mind. That also we will experience. So what we will do is today, we will do some little stretches just only for the face maybe up to the shoulders. So these are things which we can do just sitting in a place and just do the relaxation. And we can see that how many things we can do just by sitting just only on the face. Okay. So what you can do is you can click your thumbs, place it on your. Can you spotlight me, Partha? Yes, I can make me co-host so that people can.
We can practice it also at this point of time, so it would be a revision for us. We can practice it while watching it.
Put your thumb on the temples on both sides, and
Done, Venu.
yeah, thank you. Yeah, separate your thumbs and place your fingers at the back of your head. Okay, just press, just massage your temples and the back of your head. And one thing you need to do is in the yoga, the principle is we have to do as much as you can. There is no competition. Somebody is doing like that, I should be like that. No, because everyone's body is unique, and there is no competition. And one more thing is, one thing we can do is you can keep a smile on the face. It's very, very important. And we don't need any reason to keep a smile on the face. Yeah, just keep a smile on the face and just do it 100%. Now, keep your palms on the side of the head, and just massage. Yeah, and circle clockwise and anti-clockwise. Relax. Now, just keep your fingers on the ears and pull the ears down. Pull it down. Pull the ears down. And remember to keep a smile on the face. Okay. And pull it up. Okay. And relax. Now, just stretch your eyebrows sides. Keep it to the fingers at the center and just pull it sides. And relax. Okay. Now on the eyelids. Okay. Now what we'll do is you just keep your index finger in front of you. Okay. And do not move your head. Keep your focus on this index finger. What we will do is we will slowly take the index finger to the right side. And as we move the finger, just keep your focus eyes on the index finger. Do not move your head. To the right. Go as much as you can. Go to the right side, to the shoulder. And keep looking at it. Once you feel that you cannot move focus further, just come back to the center. Without moving your head, only the eyeballs focusing on the finger. Come to the center. Now take it to the left side. Do not move your head. only the eyeballs. Come to the center. Once again, go to the right. Again, come to the center. And to the left. And come to the center. And relax. Now what we'll do is, keep your finger in front of you, index finger. Slowly make a circle. As you move the circle, again keep your focusing on the index finger. Move the eyeballs in the clockwise direction. See, this you can do without moving your finger also. Just move the eyeballs in the clockwise direction. Just focusing on the head. Do not move your head. And keep a smile at the face. Do not forget to smile. And in the anti-clockwise, you can make the circle little bigger. Big circles. Do not move your head, only the eyeballs. And relax. Okay. Now we have to blink your eyes very fast. Blink, 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 blink. Blink 10 times fast. Now squeeze your eyes. Close your eyes and squeeze. And wide open. Once again, squeeze. And wide open. You know, when you do something which is very wandering, right? What do you do? Like that, right? So you can make a squeeze your eyes very tight. If you wish, you can make that sound and open the wide open. And squeeze. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Wide open. It is good for the both eyes as well as your mouth. Once again, we'll do one more time. Squeeze. You can tighten your fist also as well. Tighten the fist, tighten the eyes. Squeeze, 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 squeeze. And wide open. It's very good for the eyes. Okay. Now what we do is we will take out your tongue out. Okay. And take your tongue to the right side. See, if you and all of you keep the video on, no, it will be very nice to watch this. Keep your tongue and towards the right and look towards the left. Tongue to the right and then keep your eyes into the left. You're able to see the right nostril. You stand in the front of the mirror and do this. Very good.
Okay.
And come back. Now tongue to the left and look towards the right. Once again, to the right, tongue to the right. Feel like to laugh, it's okay. Do not resist any feelings. And to the left. And relax. Now both the jaws together with the teeth together. And squeeze. And breathe out to the nostrils. Breathe in to the mouth. Tighten both the jaws. Good. Yeah.
Okay, so we stop here. So this is what we did on the desktop yoga day. This was the external well-being. Now, if we remember what we did on the pranayama day, right? Pranayama day, we had practiced a way of breathing, which is called Vastrika. I will share that now, just to bring back what we did. And so here we are.
I'll show you how to do it. We can do it together. So you first make a loose fist and keep it in front of your shoulders like this. Okay. And initially we take 2 normal breaths and clear out organs. So you just breathe in.
Wish to do it, you might not.
Breathe out. Again breathe in. And breathe out. Now what I do is, when I say breathe in, you raise your hand up and open your fingers. Okay, it goes up and yeah, that goes. It opens up. Right? And when I say breathe out, you come with a little force down, exhaling forcefully. Okay, making a sound as if you're throwing out the air with force. Okay, see, breathe in, breathe out. In, out. In, out. So like this, we will do about 15.
Okay, is anyone practicing it? Anyone wants to practice it now? Devashish, Shonali.
I think it will be we'll be lacking time if we do it.
Yes. So that's why I asked.
Yeah.
So so this is what we did, Vastrika Pranayama, right? And maybe for everyone, I will just show the first one round, and then I will stop it. So I will just do the first.
To 16 times.
Might not do it.
This will be
it.
1 cycle, okay, of Bhastrika. So after that, we would relax, keeping our hands on the thighs. Position is little forceful. And breathe out completely. Now for Bhastrika, together to my count, breathe in. Throw your hands up. Out. In. 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 Out. In.
So that was Vastrika. So this was the second session wherein we understood the science of breath and pranayama. Okay. And on the third, the next one, we practiced Yoga Nidra. Yoga Nidra all of us have done, which is basically withdrawal of the senses or pratyahara. Sonali, are you practicing Yoga Nidra?
Yes, sir.
Practicing, are you getting benefits out of it? Are you liking
Yes.
it?
Yes.
Very nice. Are you going off to sleep or are you awake?
I'm awake while practicing this Yoga Nidra. And that
Very-
really makes me more relaxed. 8 hours of sleep doesn't give me that much of relaxation that after half an hour Yoga Nidra gives you more relaxation. That
Very
is what my experience is.
Very nice, very nice. So, Sanjay ji, Abhi, you can also practice Yoga Nidra sometimes.
Need to
Maybe,
practice. Yes. Need to practice. Yes.
great, great, very nice, very nice. Fantastic. Devashish, I'm sure practices. So, Yoga Nidra is the Pratyahara. So, we saw the external well-being, then we saw the two parts of it, asanas and pranayama. Yama and niyama, you can practice it. It is a practice, daily life practice, right? Okay. Then you come to pratyahara. Pratyahara. From pratyahara, you move into mindfulness, which we will be practicing today. Now, before we will be practicing mindfulness, we do it every day. I will be explaining to you during the mindfulness session, which I will be doing it for around 10 to 15 minutes. What is mindfulness? Breathing. First of all, breathing is definitely a way of mindfulness. Then apart from breathing, you can practice mindfulness in your daily work also, in your daily life also. When you are silent, when you are moving, when you are talking, when you are having a breakfast, when you are holding something, when you are looking at something, when you are hearing something, you can practice mindfulness. So I will discuss that. I will touch upon a subject very, in a brief way, which is called, what is the purpose of pranayama? What is the purpose of pranayama? Why do you do pranayama? And that is very important for us to understand. Many of you would have heard about naris and chakras, right? Now, naris are vessels. Naris are vessels in our body. Nar means hollow. Nar means hollow. And there are actually, it denotes a hollow pipe. So naris are vessels which helps us to move prana inside our body. They are not nerves. I would call it their consortium of nerves. So they are nerves, arteries, they're astral. They're astral. And if you want to find naris in the body, there are 72,000 naris according to one scripture, and according to other scripture, Shiva Sangita, it is 350,000 naris in our body. 350,000. You would see Ayurveda specialists, right? Ayurveda is almost practiced very, very, I do not see Ayurveda practitioners. Now, what they do, they touch your naris and they will tell you what is wrong in your body, and they will give you prescribe you medicines for that, Ayurvedic medicines for that, right? When they do it, they actually touch upon the naris, the vessels which carries the pranas, and they can tell you. Out of this 72,000 or 350,000, whatever, there are 14 naris which are important, and out of this 14 naris, 3 naris, vessels in our body, are primarily very important. They are Ira, Pingala, and Shushumna. Now, before I get into Ira, Pingala, and Shushumna, while I will be discussing this in more details in the next Sunday, which is 5th of June, I will be discussing it more in details. Let me just share with you that this Ira, Pingala, and Shushumna, Shushumna is traveling from your across your spinal cord. It is a straight line, right? It is a straight line. And the Ira and Pingala, they start from both sides. So Ira starts from the left side and reaches your left nostril. And Pingala, it starts from your right side, from the Muladhara Chakra, at absolutely the base of the spine, and it reaches the right nostril. So Ira starts from the left part of your spine reaches the left nostril. Pingala starts from the right side of your spine and reaches the right nostril. Now they actually do not go straight. They go like this, right? I will show you. So if you can see the whiteboard, right? I do not know. So if this is the spinal cord, this will go like this. I mean, 1 second. They go like this and reach. The other one, it goes, intersects at the spinal cord with the other and reaches here. And there are 7 points of connections or interconnections. So if I take this as Ira, sorry. If I take this as Ira, and this as, so it starts here. They all start from one point. They start from this point and then they go. So this intersection points which are there are 7 such intersection points. Now wherever they intersect, the Ira and Pingala on the Shushumna, there are the nerve centers of the body. There are the nerve centers, and these nerve centers are called chakras. Now, Ira, primarily, this Nari is feminine in nature, and it corresponds to the lunar power. Pingala is masculine in nature, and it actually corresponds to the solar. It's solar in nature. Now, Ira, which is going from the left part of your body and reaches the left nostril, that corresponds, that is linked with your right hemisphere. Now, what does the right hemisphere of your brain relate to? I'll come to you, Sonali. Yes, I'll certainly come. So what does your right hemisphere of your brain relate to? It relates to emotions, feelings. And the Pingala, which moves from the right side of your spine and reaches the right nostril, it corresponds to your left hemisphere. And what does the left hemisphere relate to? Logics, intellect, right? Right? It relates to the intellect and the logical part. Now, Ira and Pingala, while they reach the nostrils, now let me explain to you the part of breathing. But first, let me take the question of Sonali. Anji, Sonali.
Yes, sir. You said some lunar and solar. So what is that lunar and solar? I just don't
Lunar is the Chandra. So Chandra is soft. Chandra
Okay.
is, right? It
Yeah.
reflects from the power of the sun.
Yeah. So
And
it
what does,
gives you certain शीतलता आप बोल सकते हो.
sorry?
लूनर जो है वो आपको शीतलता देगा और सोलर जो है वो आपको कुछ हीट देगा. Is it something like that?
Yeah. Yes, absolutely. And I come to that also. I'll come to that also, right? मैं उस पे भी आऊंगा. I'll touch upon that. You're right.
So एक feelings, emotions को control करते हैं, एक आपके intellect and logical levels को control करते हैं. Now, if you see, I'll explain this to you next week in details, Sonali, and I will tell you, what happens when the each of these naris are either dormant or balanced or hyperactive. Right? We will tell you that, and I will also discuss, right, subsequent to it, how can you correct it? So if it is dormant, how you correct it? If it is balanced, how you correct it? If you're hyperactive, how do you correct it? We'll discuss about that. So now, what I told you is Ira corresponds to the left nostril. It culminates here, and the Pingala corresponds to the right nostril. It ends out here, corresponds to the right nostril. Now, if there is something, right? If there is now, if you want to balance, what will you do? If you want to balance, you breathe through both nostrils, right? Generally, what happens is when we breathe, the exhalation of the breathing takes place through one nostril. There's something called nasal cycle, right? Every part of the body, you know, every time 45 minutes it is left 45. I'm giving an example. The timing is not exactly 45 minutes, and it again alternates. When you want to balance Ira and Pingala, you need to do Anulom Vilom, which is the pranayama. There are different types of other types of pranayama. Now, if your Ira is weak, then which nostril do you breathe from? Left. Chandra Bhedi. This is called Chandra Bhedi. And if you want to, if your solar part, right? If your solar part of the masculine part that is dormant and you want to, or not balanced, right? Which nostril you need to breathe through? Right nostril. Right? If your Ira is hyperactive, then to balance it down, to reduce it, breathe through your right nostril. If your Pingala, if your right side, that is hyperactive, then you breathe through the next left nostril. What happens? What are the, how do you understand whether your Ira is hyperactive or Pingala, and which one, Chandra Bhedi or Surya Bhedi type of breathing? We will explain to you in the next session. Now, please understand that if you ask me whether if you cut your body, whether you'll find the Ira and Pingala, they're astral nerves. They're astral nerves, right? And this 72,000 naris which are there are sadhaks which balance all the 72,000 nerves and hence balance all the 114 chakras. Chakras are the intersecting points of the naris, and they are the nerve centers, right? So Ira, Pingala and Sushumna are very, very important. Inside the Sushumna also, there are Sushumna naris, Chitrini, Vajra, they are naris within the Sushumna which are there. But we will only understand about these three naris which are Ira, Pingala and Sushumna. Now let me come to chakras. What are chakras? Chakras are nerve centers of your body. So through the naris, the prana flows, and through the chakras, the Vishwa prana flows. Right? Your blood, your energy, it all flows through the naris. And the Vishwa prana, which is the eternal power, right? That flows through the chakras. Chakras, there are 114 chakras in the body. However, we will be learning or understanding only about 7 chakras. Only about 7 chakras. Now, what are the 7 chakras? The 7 chakras I will just explain to you. So let me go to the whiteboard. Yeah. So if this is the spine, right? At the base, right? We all sit. Now the spine where it ends, where on which we sit, we have the Muladhara chakra here. This is the root chakra or basic chakra. Just above our genitals, our anus, just below our navel, we have the Swadhisthana Chakra. Swadhisthana Chakra, right? Or the navel chakra. This takes part of creation, co-creation. So this takes also takes care of the reproductive organs. Above the navel, right, we have the Manipura Chakra, or the sacral, solar plexus, right? Solar plexus, it takes care of our digestive system, intestines, pancreas, livers, lungs, so on and so forth. Above that, we have the heart chakra, or the Anahata Chakra. Anahata Chakra takes care of our love, affection, right? And of the heart and the thymus, the thyroid, it takes care of that. Then we have the, thymus. Then we have the throat chakra, or the Vishuddha Chakra. Vishuddha Chakra takes care of our voice, right? It is the center, power center. So those people, I'm not talking of power means who has money power or is political power only. Power to attract people. So their throat chakra, Vishuddha Chakra, would be strong. Then we have the third eye chakra, or the Agga Chakra. Third eye. Third eye is the house of intuition. Mahadeva has the third eye, Trinetra. It's in between the eyebrows. And then we have the crown chakra, which is slightly above our head. And above that, we have Brahmanandra. So through the Brahmanandra, the supreme power that enters, or the light that enters our body. So these 7 chakras are nothing but the intersection point of the Ira and Pingala. So how it happens is, so when the Ira passes from here like this, like this, when it passes, the Pingala passes like this. So Muladhara, Swadhisthana, Manipura, Anahata, Vishuddha, Anahata, Vishuddha, Agga, and Sahasrara. Now, each of these chakras, they correspond to our body functions also and mental functions also. So, Muladhara, basically, as I told you, you sit on the base of your spine. So, if the base of the spine is weak, will you be able to sit? You will not be able to sit. So, this denotes stability. You can balance your chakra, you can heal your chakra through different ways. Each chakra has its own distinct sound also. Every musical notations, they are related to our chakras. So it starts from sa, re, ga, ma, right? So the notations, that sa relates to Muladhara. We will discuss that when maybe on the second Sunday or third Sunday. Now the Panchabhuta, right? Water, fire, earth, air, that is also, they are also related to chakras. So we can discuss about it. So just to let you know, earth relates to Muladhara. Water relates to co-creation, right? Water flows, co-creation. So it will be related to Swadhisthana. Fire. Fire is Manipura, right? Air. Air is heart. Space. Space is throat. So Panchabhuta. So the Panchabhutas are also related to chakras. Now, as I said, music notations are related to chakras. Panchabhuta is related to chakras. Our body and emotions or the functions of the bodies are related to chakras. So you can imagine how important these chakras are. Even when a life leaves our body during death, prana, it can either live through the crown chakra or Muladhara chakra. Right? And the yogis and sadhaks, they understand when their body, will leave, when their atma will leave their body by the movement of life through the chakras. So that is the importance. Every chakra has a color also, and although that is disputed by some scholars and researchers, that is debated, but yet they have their own colors. So red, orange, yellow, green, blue, like that, they have their own colors. Right? So I will pause here. And we'll go into a practice of mindfulness. I just thought that let me give you an introduction of this, so that in the next Sunday, we deal about Naris. So next Sunday, we will talk about Ira, Pingala and Sushumna. Right? And basic about chakras. On 11th, we will talk about chakras. Sorry, 12th, we will talk about chakras. And Reiki is a subject. I am a Reiki master, and in Reiki, chakras, healing of chakras, balancing of chakras play a major role. They are all interrelated. So to understand healing, one needs to know about basic knowledge about Naris and chakras. I will suggest to you books also next Sunday, which you can go through and read. Of course, the elementary part. So this is what I had to say. So I hope it interests you, and we will meet on 5th again to understand this a little more. So Devashish, there was a ask from you to know about chakras. So June month, we will understand it well, and we will do some. It is actually better to do it face to face. However, we will be doing chakra. I will be explaining to you how to balance chakras and how to heal your chakras through sound, practicing sound. So as I told you, there are different sounds related to the chakras, Lam, Bham, Ram, like that. They are related, and you need to chant those words while focusing on the chakras. That heals the chakras, right?
So one
Okay.
thing, Partha, I have heard about Kundalini, right? And I was very curious all the time when I read about Kundalini and its and what it can achieve, right? To understand the Kundalini, in one of the Buddhist
Yes.
books, right? I
Yes.
did read that the Kundalini. So when you said the prana leaving, or if somebody wants to attain that level of meditation,
Yes.
so Kundalini takes you to that level. So what is it too big a topic to tell, or
We can discuss,
now?
we can touch upon it. Kundalini, it's being told that it lies in the Muladhara, and
Right,
by practicing or by sadhana, it can move up the chakras, right?
right,
So we
right.
will. So it has a 3.5 coil, like, and it sleeps in the Muladhara. So we'll talk about it when we talk
Okay,
next day.
all right.
We will touch upon it. We will touch upon it. Maybe.
So I'm specifically very amazed, right? I mean, 3,000, 4,000 years back, right? Our saints and rishis, they came out with this when they didn't know the physiology of the body, right? They didn't know the existence of, let us say, all those body parts inside, and it always has been challenged by the medical science. But there is definitely something in it, like so why do we do pranayama and why do we benefit from it? There is an indirect reference to the mm, you know chakras and all that. So nadis and chakras. So that amazes me really. I mean, that brings up a whole lot of knowledge to be acquired in life. So that is one thing, my realization. The second
So,
realization is,
yeah.
I don't know, since Sanjay ji and Sonali are here, I think in the last 1.5, 2 years, this Mind Vantage has, accumulated a huge amount of knowledge, right? And huge amount of practice. Now, I'm just wondering if it is time to give it a different shape, in the sense that, uh, can we have a library of knowledge? That is my first thought. Much more organized. Today, what we do is, when I want to recap on something, I kind of start hunting for it, right? In the tube, whatever I've saved. And I may or may not get it. So that becomes a kind of a random search, right? So I don't know if, Partho, you're thinking about a app, right? App-based service where we already have a huge amount of knowledge we can insert to start with. And second is, we as a team, right? Whatever little bit cost we require for the app, I think we should come forward and, be a part of this creation, which Partho has created over the time, and we have benefited from it. Maybe more and more, today app services can help in reaching out to more people than mere WhatsApp messages. So I just want Sanjay ji's and Sonali's thoughts on this before Partho comments.
Yes, I'm with you. I would be able to share my part. So it's a library is a mind-blowing idea that from where we can anytime access whatever we want.
Absolutely.
And yes,
Absolutely.
I must say, Parthu sir is full of knowledge. जितना भी देंगे उतना कम ही है. So whenever we are asking anything, he is ready with the answer. So really, really, hats off, hats off.
Yeah, and we will see something, which is our own, existing in this, where we can cling on for any kind of problem at any time. So that kind of a thing. So Sanjay ji, what do you think?
Yeah, I completely agree with you. I think it's collect that through this app, if we can put this knowledge in a very structured framework, it will be very useful. And also what I am seeing here, we are going really more into practical. This knowledge is getting into further clear aspect. Like I was just wondering now that 7 chakra, and he said that below 5 chakras expressing that 5 element, earth, fire. So it's so practical also, not just a theoretical aspect. And all these 3 points I'm thinking, yes, this is something, it will be good only if this can be expressed in our own way and then lead to practice, because everything is now yoga nidra is good to know, but that doing is knowing. So that I would just feel like so powerful, even that initially what it was shown everyday doing. I think we should take it forward, and we can provide all whatever the support from everyone can be provided, not a problem. Yes.
Thank you.
Yeah,
absolutely. Partha, I'm sure you might have been thinking in similar lines or whatever. So how do you want to sum it up?
Yeah. So first of all, Devashish, it might be just a coincidence, or it can be intuitive, right? So just some days back, around 1 month back, it just happened that one of my, so I had a organization, a marketing organization, and it was in 1996, 97. It closed down by 2002, 2003. However, I'm in touch with many of my colleagues because that was their first organization for which they worked for, right? So they had worked for that organization, my DSA, for the first, they were the first employment, and many of them look for me. When they find me out, oh, we work together, so much of fun. It is like a school. It is the happiness of a school. And this guy, he makes the apps, and he said, "Ki sir, aap app banao." He called me up some 7 days before and said, "Sir, why aren't you thinking of an app?" So it might be purely coincidence, but it's a very good idea, Devashish. And every time you give an idea, I ponder on it and see that there is logic behind it, right? And I will work it out. And it's a very good idea. Yes, there are more than 150 videos now. And maybe in the next 1 year, another 360, 350 videos will come up. So, and each of them probably is related to a topic
Right.
or a practice. So this
Right.
can definitely be archived, and I will come back to you by next Sunday. We'll talk about it, or not Sunday. In between, also I'll talk about you with you, Sanjay.
Yeah, I can help you in the sense that Partha, I can go to you and we can kind of
Yes,
structure
yes,
it out if
certainly.
required. And I'll just enjoy doing it because it is so much, close to my heart. It feels today that, I belong to something, right? So, and you are at the, what do I say, at the epicenter of the thing. So it should be preserved, it should be conserved, and it should be passed on,
Very nice.
right? More than what we are doing today.
Sure, sure.
Thank
So the good part is that no, every day whether we are attending or not, the things are getting recorded. So that is very important. And today I was seeing that 8 May, that program, over how to take care, all these senses, followed by Vastrika. It was looking so practical and live. So that if it is all structured well, it will be very, very useful knowledge because it's so practical. There's no second thought. One can just see and yes, and just do it. Yes. So I think that is what the power is there. Luckily, that material is there. Only it is in a, different forms right now, not in that structured framework. Yes.
Correct.
The subject. Yes.
Very nice. Absolutely, Sanjay ji and
Yes.
Ashish and Sonali. So this, actually, you need a push, right? You need energy. So what is energy? Energy pushes you. It helps you to move ahead. I think all of you give me that energy to move ahead. I think that's very important. Like steam. If steam is not there, if electricity is not there, the locomotive will not move. It will be there. So I think your words, your support, and your contribution, it is very, very important. And so it's so helpful, so nourishing. So thank you so much. In fact, to all of you, I would just say that we will go into deeper. We'll go into deeper. And I am also, I'll just stop. So for others, those who are watching the video, thank you. Om Shanti, and let today be